Hello guys, have you been feeling like you are overthinking too much when you are creating a strategy inside a Facebook ad account? That's because you don't have a initial strategy, created before you started working with a client or any ad account. You need to keep your mind clear. That's why you first create a strategy and then you move forward with the execution part. That's why I'm always starting with the strategy first. Because when you're creating a strategy, your mind works in other way than when you are setting up things. When you're creating a strategy, you're trying to think out of the box. You make yourself creative. You look for competitors. You look for things you can test. And that's not the same than you're creating, set up something inside the Facebook ad account. Something like, oh, let me choose this interest, or maybe this one, but I don't know exactly which one to choose because I don't have a strategy. Or let me choose this copy or this headline, but it's not exactly what it should be. So for strategy, I usually use some services like Funalytics or Miro.io. Both of them have some pros and cons, but I prefer Funalytics. Of course, the strategy should be made after an account audit. If you haven't seen my previous video about how to make an audit of Facebook ad account, then take a look at here, because you need to understand your KPIs, metrics, what was working, what's not, what ads were used. So let's say you've done an audit and then you are going to create a strategy. So how to make that? First, we are starting with the budget. Monthly budget. I will show you this on a real example. I created a strategy for my client a few days ago. So we have a budget here. So guys, on this client, I am working with a budget of 7,500 per month, 250 per day. So, and here I will be starting from top of the funnel, then I will be relocating 20 to 30% to middle of the funnel and bottom of the funnel. Why so? Because the client haven't been running ads for, a big budget. So we need to test a lot of things on top of the funnel, and actually nothing was working for him. So that's why we are moving to our testing framework with 4 stages. First one is message testing, second one creative testing, audience testing, and scaling. And why I've written here like third or first audience testing, because audience testing, I usually use that on the first part. For example, if I analyze the ad account and I see we have some great audiences that were working before, we have some great ads. So that's why we can use these audiences that we've seen they are working with our new message testing. And also we assign every copy, headline, and text unique identifier, so we will know in later what's exactly working, what's not. So phase 1 for this client, we are starting with cold traffic campaign on landing page views. Later I will tell you, maybe in the next video, maybe today, why I'm using LPV campaign for testing messages. Okay, that's because it's just cheaper. So we have here 4 avatars, 4 interests per each avatar, 16 at all, $10 per each one. So we already have like $160 for this campaign and 10 ads in each. So I've seen like in client carousel was working great comparing to others creatives. So that's why I can use carousel here with different messages and let it run for 400 impressions each creative. And also in parallel to that, I will be testing purchases, because we need purchase from the start, of course. Here I will use also 4 avatars, but only 1 interest. We can use even 1 interest that will work best from this, all 16, and $20 per each one. And here I will use 3-4 different ads per each interest, video, image, carousel, or slideshow with a new copy. The copy we'll be guessing for now, because we don't have anything that proven that working, okay? But we'll be writing just 4 types of copies for 4 personalities we have. So what we'll be testing here in phase 1 in our LPV campaign, we'll be testing headlines, hooks, overlays, and we'll be finding angles with proven creative carousel. Why I'm doing so? That's because it's cheaper. So basically we have 4 avatars here for our product. First one is adults who want better sleep. We can test men versus women, but I think they will work both. The second one will be parents with kids, mostly women, I guess. Third one, adults traveling, men mostly, I guess, versus women. And fourth, avatar, parent traveling, I guess women mostly because they care mostly about the children. Okay. And I picked also made screenshots from the ads manager just to show the client what we can test, like what interests and so on. So for example, for first avatar, we will use something for bedding, quality of life, bedroom, pillow, mattress, etc. For the second one, we will use parents with teenagers, with schoolers, preteens, and so on and so on. And also interest related to kids, parenting, and kindergarten, school, etc. For the third avatar, we will use travel and tourism, first class travel, vacations, frequent travelers, Airbnb, and so on. For the fourth avatar, we will use kids, narrowing down to frequent travelers, okay, or otherwise. So phase 2, cold campaign ABO, optimize and purchase. Here we use best interest and best ads. We use proven audiences from these two campaigns, and we are testing basically things on ad side. We are testing new creative plus proven copy plus proven audience, or we are testing proven creative plus new copy plus proven audience, and finding the best strategy on the ad side. In phase 3, we are finding new audiences that's needed for scaling later. So also optimization and purchase, new ad audiences, $20 each one, and best ads from previous campaigns, okay? So we are testing proven ads to unproven audiences. And in phase 4, we have our scaling campaign. So here I've written, it can be ABO, it can be CBO, but here I've chosen CBO, and budget should be 50 conversions per week. So for example, if our CPA is $30, $30 multiplied by 50, it's $1,500 per week. So that's 200 something, 210 per day, right? For this campaign. And we are using best interest and best ads for scaling. Okay, that's it. And later we will just, like a few days after we start running ads on cold, we relocate 20-30% of the budget to our warm and hot campaign. Will be just an ABO. So to ad sets, Facebook, Instagram engagers in 180 days, and also view contents or website traffic or add to carts 180 days, $10 each. Why I'm saying so differently? Because you don't know exactly what will work. I've seen like sometimes this audience works, sometimes this one, sometimes initiate checkouts. That all depends on how much events you will be receiving. So if you are having an account that are receiving a lot of add to carts, it can be like they are very cheap, so that you can use an add to cart. If you don't have that, just use website traffic to collect more audience, so it will be easier for Facebook to optimize inside. And here we are using just DPA ads with 10% sale with code, or DPA ads with frame, or DPA ads in different collections, with different collections of, for example, we are selling different stuff. So we have candles, we have like, I don't know, some home furniture and so on. You got it, yeah. So that's basically the strategy for this client. Of course, it's not like the thing we should go like exactly the same, right? But that's like a starting point for us. We have the vision, we know what to do, okay? And that keeps us as an experts here, because the client understands this. That's what we are going to do. This is another strategy for another client. The strategy can be different, right? But you just need to show something, to create something for you, so it would be easier for you to take a look at any moment, especially when you're managing a lot of clients and you can forget just about what you're doing inside of this. This is, for example, a strategy for a client from Australia. He is selling caviar, and here's the budget, like 2,000 per month, not a big one, $66 per day. We have like here cold campaign on engagement of video views, then we can retarget later, okay? Like through players or 90% viewers. We have here cold campaign on purchase with 5 interest. I've seen like best interest from the ad account, so we can use here, and 3-4 different ads types, formats, and also we have warm and hot here, the same like DPA ads here and DPA ads here. So that's basically we are making here the cold engagement video use campaigns, optimization on through plays, only for story placements. So later we'll be retargeting them, like video viewers 75-90% with our DPA ads, and maybe with some sale, because it's very cheap here on this side. It's like 1 cent per 1 through play, so that's per person that viewed at least 15 seconds of your video or fully. Okay, so they are very, very cheap, and that's why we can collect that audience and then just retarget it with our ads. So the strategy can be really different. It's all about you. That's about your imagination and so on. In my future YouTube videos, I will be showing you different strategies that I'm using for my clients. Thanks for watching. Check my latest case study. If you haven't watched it yet, smash the like button and subscribe in order not to miss new videos. And I hope you enjoyed this one. Waiting for new comments, and see you later.